Hello everyone and welcome back to TNA Wrestling. Ring of Honor's dead. I went on Ring of Honor early today and I just could not get on with it. Whatsoever. I've done my best to get on with it and I just couldn't get my head around what was going on. I wasn't happy with the way the direction that company was going for us. So, we're going to be starting a new series and we're going to be starting with TNA Wrestling. I think this is the best series we've done. I'm not going to go as crazy as I did before and overdo myself. I've got a nice steady project. I've got quite a few wrestlers joining. Once we get quite a few wrestlers, then I'll bring TNA Explosion back as a 1 hour B show each week. Doing very similar to what we're doing on, if you watch our WWF series, you'll know that certain wrestlers who I feel are good enough for the main roster, but need that little bit of extra TV time, get a bit of a storyline on Explosion, which leads into pay-per-view. All the pay-per-views are set out. We're not going to be doing the one night onlys either on this series. So we're going to start off with Victory Road because there's 3 months to build up our following storylines. The storylines are going to change as people are hired. So this ain't going to be a steady stream, but I didn't want to kind of skip forward and, not do the first week of TV tapings. I'll do the first week of TV tapings, see what the roster's like now. There's no big surprises, just mainly the people who are currently signed. There's only one person who's not signed to TNA here tonight, and I've got him on a 1 night only deal. Because we've got a working agreement with a company, and you hopefully work out who that is. But that will come into fruition with one of the storylines we're going for. But in the future, these wrestling below Heat, Bad Influence defeated Von X in 747, with Chris Daniels defeated Marshall by him with the best moonsault ever. Marshall 29, Ross 33, Kazarian 64, Dangles 79. No work improvements. That's fine. A 64C, I can cope with that. In the future, Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Tigrano, Rob Terry, Gunnar Hernandez defeat Bram, Knox, Rockstar Spud, and Blind Rage in 826, and Gunnar defeat Rockstar Spud by pinfall the spear. Blind Rage is here on a 190 deal, kind of hired just so that we can cover up some of the signings, so you don't see all the big names here tonight. We don't want to put all our kettle in one pot. Hernandez 54, Gunnar 49, Rob Terry 27, Tigrano 26, Blind Rage 26, Tigray 45, Spud 43, Knox 38, and Bram 36. No work appearance 47D. In a pre-show battle, Tail Breath and non-existent crowd, Heat, ODB, Jordan Grayson, Candy Cartwright defeated, and Brittany defeated Alpha Female, Brooke Tessmocker, Rebel, and Val Skynet 1 when ODB defeated Alpha Female, both of the TK running. Jordan Grayson, Candy Cartwright are here on a 190 deal. All the others are part of TNA Wrestling at the moment. Brittany 26, Candy Cartwright 34, you're hired. Jordan Grace 27, ODB 48, Violet Xi 49, Rebel 14, Brooke Tessmocker 37, Alpha Female 25, Tessmocker in performance and Jordan Grace in flying. Some of these women are going to be released, and I'm going to make a list now of certain wrestlers who don't live up to the mark, and one of them is Rebel. She's gone. Jordan Grace is not going to get hired. We're going to keep an eye on her though. Who was the other one who did not do well? Brittany. And I've tried my best with Brittany in the last series we did in this save, and it didn't do well either. So we go 40D minus, not bad. And then in a pre-show battle, Subpar Wrestling and All Heat, Eric Young defeated Joe Janela in 8-10 by pinning the Spike Pile Driver. Joe Janela 28, Eric Young 52, Joe Janela in performance. He's here on 190 deal. And we need to do that. Do you want to continue without addressing this? No. So we're going to complete the gimmick change for Mr. Eric Young. He's got his badass gimmick. He's going to train a paw. Ouch. So we have our opening video package. We've got Magnus Anderson, Joe, Storm, Hardy, MVP, Austin Aries, and Bobby Roode. I don't think MVP is on the show, actually. So they're just like a 68C plus. We are sold out of the Trump Charge Mahal Casino tonight in Province, Philadelphia. And we open up the night with me. We cut to the venue, we see a new set and lights, and then we see the fans waving signs, and then we hear Mike and Taz. Welcome to Impact Wrestling. Tonight is a new era in TNA, and here comes the new owner and Forge figure, the Monster JJR. And Taz is like, well, a shake-up is happening. Dixie, Dave, and Eric are gone. What is on this guy's mind? Let's find out. And Joe's like, welcome to my TNA. Some of you might know me, some of you might not. I'm a British wrestling fan and I've worked with some of the biggest names in this business, and tonight is the first night of me in charge. Now, some of the wrestlers I'm hiring will not be here for a few weeks and some might be here tonight. But I can tell you the changes is happening. No more Impact Zone. We're now the touring the USA every week live with no impact. No more pre-tape crap. And first of all, we're TV 14R rating, so there will be blood and violence. And tonight, all the titles on the line, so watch this space. This is TNA. Now, Taz and Mike, I'm going to join you all night long to watch my guys kick ass. So he gets a 76 B-. He's got a weirdo gimmick. He's got a shiny great. I'm not going to really play too much into the gimmick. It's kind of like, welcome to the new series. Welcome to the new, TNA Wrestling, really. Impact Wrestling each week. And in a battle of decent wrestling on the cheek, Gail Kim defeated Angeline Love, Taryn Terrell, and Madison Rain in 7:57 when Gail Kim defeated Angeline Love by pin of the Hurricanrana. Gail Kim is now the TNA Knockouts champion. Angeline Love 39, Taryn Terrell 34, Gail Kim 62, Madison Rain 57. Madison in performance, Gail Kim in performance, Taryn Terrell in performance, and Angeline Love in performance. Nice, a 55 C-. And a new champion, our first new champion. In the battle of subpar wrestling in Little Heat, Ethan Carter III defeated Tommy Dreamer in 5:50 by pin of the Sweet Meat Sizzler. Ethan Carter III 47, Tommy 40, no experience 47D. And then EC3 grabs the mind. He goes, JJ, you might have bought this company off my auntie and she might have left, but I have not. I am EC3 and I am a Carter and the world needs Carters. Just a nice little promo there from EC3 because, of course, he's going to be a focal point. And if I bring back Explosion, he'll probably get put on there in a storyline because I think that'll be the best place for him. In the battle of subpar wrestling, Little Heat Sonata defeated Kid Cash. He's been re-brought back to TNA by me, so he's one of our new signings. Kenny King and Crazy Steve in 7:41. Sonata defeat Kid Cash by pin of the German suplex. Sonata makes defense number 1 of his TNA X Division title. Crazy Steve 37, Kid Cash 35, Kenny King 45, Sonata 41. Sonata in performance, Crazy Steve in Tech Norton's performance, a 44D. Not bad. And then Jeremy's like, Impact Wrestling has changed hands, and tonight Magnus will have to prove himself against Joe when the world title is on the line. And Magnus is there, and he's like, shut up, Jeremy. Look at me. And Joe, look, me and Joe have teamed up and have fought, and tonight is make or break. We're all on the firing line. Anyone could be sacked. JoJo wants me to prove myself. How I beat him in the UK when he played this for one night. So Joe, I'm nothing. And tonight, Magnus walks out, world champion. So yeah, we're trying to build on this character of myself. I'm trying to build on character. Like, there was a time where Abyss couldn't appear in the UK as a part of the tour, so they got him to do it. He's got the same build as Abyss. And Magnus beat him on that tour. It didn't happen, but this is a different universe. In a decent match, Bobby Lashley, Mr. Anderson and Bully Ray defeat MVP, Chris Sabin and Zema Ion in 8:03, where Bobby Lashley defeats Zema Ion by pin of the knockout punch. Bully 68, Mr. Anderson 56, Bobby Lashley 54, Zema Ion 45, Sabin 60 and MVP 61. Zema Ion in Technical and Flying. 65C, that's not bad. And then Jeff Hardy's backstage and he goes, so this place has changed in less than a week. A whole load of TV tapes have been chucked in a bin and 4 weeks away live from pay-per-view. Oh wait, that's new too. It was a one night only event, which is going to be released on DVD. Is this what's best for the company? Yes it is. And what's best? It is. And what's best? It is what's the best. And Hardy is ready for an amazing and before you can finish what he's saying, Abyss just runs in and attacks Jeff Hardy backstage and just literally beats the living hell out of him. And leads him down and out, and then we got, well, it looks like Jeff's behind JJR, but he's been attacked backstage. And JJR's like, well, if he's cleared to wrestle here tonight live, it will be Abyss versus Jeff Hardy. And Taz is like, it's always good to have the boss with us, Mike. 68C plus, nice little angle actually, not bad. In about that decent wrestling, but Little Heat, the Bromez defeated American Walls in 75 and Jesse defeated Eddie Edwards. Both of the Stunner, the Bromez make defense number 1 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Eddie Edwards 64, Davies 71, Robbie 37, Jesse 29, Jesse in performance. 61C, not bad. In about a decent wrestling, but Little Heat, Low Key defeat TJ Perkins 603 by from the K Crusher. Low Key 57, TJ 44, Low Key in Flying. Low-key's not suited to his gimmick. I haven't really been paying much attention to that. So we'll just write low-key down. Although I think everyone else is doing okay, to be honest. So low-key sorted 56C minus, not bad. And Jeremy's backstage with Samoa Joe this time, and he goes, hey, on the night, I spoke with Magnus, now I'm here with his challenger, Samoa Joe. And Joe's like, thanks, Jeremy. There are rumours all around the internet we're working with New Japan, or the Bullet Club is coming to TNA. Look, tonight on Impact Wrestling, it's the same as always. New owner or not, I'm going to become the world champion once and for all, and that is because I am the Samoan submission machine. 63C, and he just walks off at that point. And then the camera's cut to the gorilla position before he comes to the corner. We see Storm, and he goes, "You all forgot I've been here since day one. That first pay-per-view. I've been here, and all of you forgot that. Now, whoever I face, I'm going to prove that I should be world champion, and I'm sorry for your damn luck." And in a battle of a good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, James Storm defeated Hiroshi Tanahashi in 806 by pinfall the Isle of the Storm. Hiroshi Tanahashi 72, James Storm 66. No work appearance, only 3B minus. Welcome to the comp. It's the only one I only do, guys. In a battle of a great wrestling and decent match of the crowd, Bobby Roode defeated Austin Aries in 813 by pinfall the Payoff. Bobby Roode 67, Austin Aries 77, it's only 2B minus. And we have got word that Jeff Hardy has been cleared to wrestle here tonight, and he'll be taking on Abyss, and that is coming up next. In a superb match, Abyss defeated Jeff Hardy in 744 by pinfall the Black Hole Slam. Jeff Hardy 74, Abyss 71. No work appearance to match up because of lack of psychology. Could use someone with knowledge of how to construct a butterfly. 680 plus, not bad. And then your main event of the night is Samoa Joe versus Magnus. In about a good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Samoa Joe defeated Magnus in 21:59 by pinfall the Missile Buster. Samoa Joe wins the TNA World Heavyweight title tonight. Magnus 58, Samoa Joe 74. No work appearance. That's where we end tonight's TV show, and it just closes off with Samoa Joe standing tall. Gives us 69C plus, which does increase our popularity in all 13 regions, which is UK, Canada, and America. Which is good, because I didn't actually think it would actually improve. I thought we'd lose popularity. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was a great TV tape, and we'll see you guys next week for some more TNA Wrestling Live. Welcome back. Explosion with us. I nearly booked Explosion as TNA Impact. Impact Wrestling, so that was good. But in our opening bout, a decent wrestling, a little heat kick cash. Defeated Doug Williams in 747 by pinning the Moneymaker. These two have great chemistry and performance. Kid Cash 40, Doug 62, 57C minus, not bad. In about a decent wrestling, little heat, the Von Erichs defeated the Bad Influence 731 with Marshall Von Erich defeated Chris Daniels by pinfall. With Marshall Von Erich 30, Marshall Von Erich 32, Kazarian 64, Daniels 78. Kazarian improving performance 51D plus. I've heard this week that Johnny Gargano comes to TNA Wrestling. Well, I'm undefeated, and I'm going to stop him before he takes over. I'm going to keep my Auntie's legacy alive. Why? Because the world needs goddess. 44D. Immediately show to promote Chris Hero. And in a battle of subpar wrestling, it'll heat Chris Hero defeats Bram in 738 by pinfall the Hangman's Clutch Facebuster. Bram 34, Hero 43. Bram's not suited to his gimmick. I ain't done low key either, to be honest, so there you go. Bram save. Chris Hero performance. So we've still got a few that haven't arrived yet, but we're up to 75. We'll get to about 90. That's where I like to sit. But last time we did this, we had 175 or so wrestlers. I was like, yikes. 42D. Beautiful. In an abysmal match, Alpha Female defeated Brittany in 604 by from the Omega Slam. Brittany 23, Alpha Female 21. We are some towns Las Vegas casinos tonight. Alpha Female in performance and Brittany in performance. 24E. These don't click, that's why it was so bad. And our main event tonight is Rhino taking on Colt Cabana. And in about these wrestling matches, Rhino defeated Colt Cabana in 14:44 by from the pile driver. Rhino 54, Colt Cabana 52. No work appearance. Rhino badass, very good. Colt Cabana from Bayface, condition of average. That's where we end tonight's show with 55C minus. Of course, it's a B show. No specific comments to be made. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you on the main card for TNA Impact. And be ready. There's quite a few debuts and returns. It's going to be TNA Impact in a few ticks. Because of contract issues, certain wrestlers are not here tonight because their contracts haven't started, but we've got a few people here tonight. We've got 5,106, which is not a sold-out crowd, but we are Sam Towns tonight. In the visual subpar wrestling, a little heat, Minoru Suzuki, Rockstar Spud, Knox, Crazy Steve, and Kenny King defeat Joseph Tajiri, Ultimo Dragon, Sanjay Dutt, and Tigre Uno in 741 when Minoru Suzuki defeated Sonata by pin with a submission with a sleeper hold. Tajiri martial art average, Luchador great, Spot Monkey very good for Sanjay, Minoru Suzuki badass average. Let's have a look at the in-ring work. Tigre 45, Sonata 37, Sanjay Dutt 48, Ultimo Dragon 42, Yoshi Tajiri got a 49. Kenny King got a 46. Crazy Steve got a 36. Knox got a 39. Rockstar Spud 43. Minoru Suzuki 54. Crazy Stephen Flying 51 50D plus. Beautiful. Individual IDs for Sumidomachi, Yoshi Toyotsu and the American Wolves defeat Saban and the Bromez. In 751 when Yoshi Toyotsu defeat Jesse by putting the roundhouse kick. Jesse was the weakling, should have cut out some ring performance. Eddie 57, Davey 60, Yoshi Toyotsu 45, Saban 60, Robbie 38 and Jesse 28. Saban in technical and Eddie Edwards in performance 50-60 minus. And we have our opening package of Magnus, MVP, Bully Ray, Bobby Roode, Jeff Hardy, Joe, James, and Austin Aries. And we open up with our huge angle. Only gets a 48D+, which is not as good as I thought this would get. So Samoa Joe comes to the ring and he goes, last week right here live on Impact Wrestling, I became the world champion. When I beat Magnus, nobody can beat me. Nobody can touch me. I've gone through hell to be standing here tonight, your TNA World Heavyweight Champion. Crap booking, Eric and Hogan, and so much more. Tonight is my night. And this is Samoa Joe's era of TNA. Well, the Bullet Club's music hits. And then we see Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows are coming down the ramp. And then the Young Bucks come out the crowd, followed by Prince and AJ. And they jump in the ring and attack Magnus. And we can see blood coming down his foot. They attack Magnus, they attack Joe, and we see blood coming down his face. When they back off, and then AJ picks up the mic and goes, Tamatonga and Bad Luck Fale ain't out here because he's stopping security. JJ, you forgot about me and my friends from New Japan. We are the Bullet Club and we are to destroy TNA, and that starts with Samoa Joe. No matter what you do, nobody can stop us. And with this Sting's music hits, he drops down from the rafters with his bat, and the Bullet Club scout, and we see him out Joe opening. Sting goes, Prince and AJ, it'll be Sting and Joe versus you two tonight. So AJ Styles debuts cocky gimmick very ad. Kyle Anderson badass above average. Doc badass rating of average. Sting's debuted the Crow gimmick. It's got an showing of very good. Prince DeVet's got debuted a no gimmick needed. It's got an awful. Matt Jackson degenerate gimmick above average. Nick Jackson degenerate above rating of average. AJ Styles look good. Kyle Anderson underperformed. Sting look good. Blah blah blah. AJ's developing better performance. 48D plus needs a bit of work, but that's fine. In above that, Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky and Rebel defeat Terran Terrell, ODB and Madison Rain in 5:49, with Velvet Sky defeat ODB by pinfall the double knee backbreaker. Rain 56, ODB 49, Terran Terrell 33, Rebel 18, Sky 53, Angelina Love 43, Terran Terrell in performance 48D plus, not bad. In above that, Subpar Wrestling and non-existent crowd heat, Bad Luck Fale defeated Kenta in 6:31 by pinfall the spear. Kenta debuts no gimmick needed. It's got to show great badass. It's got to show of average. Kenta 58, Bad Luck Fale 21. Kenta improving in performance. That's because he's not known in the area. He's literally not known in America. So we're going to work on him. 47D, not bad. And then we cut backstage and we see Davey Boy Smith and Lance Hoyt. They are baby faces, by the way, in this company. So we heard that the Cubs would be here this week. Okay, boys, so are we. Some of you might not know Lance Hoyt from his past run in TNA. You might know me from WWE, but together we are the Killer Elite Squad. And as guys, I have had it with the Bullet Club, thinking they rule wherever they go. So Kyle and Doc, get your ass in that ring right now so we can kick you out of TNA and back to Japan. And I was like, what the hell is going on tonight? First the Bullet Club, now Killer Elite Squad. AJ's back, and the fans are not happy about that. And JJ was like, that match is next. And Taz goes, hold on, boys, I've got something going on backstage. And we cut to the backstage, and we see a limo arriving at Samtown. And Taz is like, who the hell is that? Well, we got the tag match next. 40D minus. And in about that, Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Doc and Anderson defeat Killer Elite Squad in 7:39 when Doc Gallows defeated Lance Hoyt by pinfall by using underhanded tactics. Kyle Anderson 42, Doc 44, Lance Hoyt 43, Dave Boy Smith 49, Kyle Anderson in performance 49D plus. And then Jamie Bosch was like, as announced on TNA.com, Scott Steiner is back and he's joining me now. And Scott's like, thanks, JB. Now, I ain't come back for fame or glory. I've come back for power and to take down Mr. Anderson. What he's been saying about me online is the worst ever, and he's going to pay for it because Big Papa Punk is back in TNA, and he's got revenge on his mind, and sod the fans. So yeah, Big Papa Punk is back. He is a heel, 6-7C plus. And Jeff Hardy's like, so last week I lost to Monster Abyss, but this is a war. This war is far from over. This is a battle that is going to destroy TNA. It's going to continue in 3 weeks of Victory Road in a Full Metal Mayhem match. Whew. Our first big match scheduled for I don't know why a TLC match is classified as a high spots match in this game. Always winds me up. Anyway, and also that, and that also winds me up. I need to import some matches anyway. But yeah, so we're going to have a TLC match. It's going to be Jeff Hardy versus Abyss, aka the Full Metal Mayhem, as TNA call it. So Jeff Hardy versus the Monster Abyss, Full Metal Mayhem. We'll hear from Abyss later on. 73B minus. He's got an angle later on. In about that, decent wrestling on the cheap. Bullet Club TNA. That's their name. Tama Tonga, Matt and Nick Jackson defeat Eric Young and the Briscoes in 8:15 when Matt Jackson defeat Jay Briscoe both in the moonsault. So these guys wouldn't sign a written deal, but the Briscoes are in TNA as well as Ring of Honor. Tama Tonga debuts Turncoat, Scottish Train of Awful, Joe Briscoe Redneck Great, Mark Briscoe Redneck Great, below average. Nick Jackson 58, Nat Jackson 56, Tama Tonga 31, Eric Young 54, Mark Briscoe 55, and Jay Briscoe 52. Nick Jackson and Rumble 58C minus. Beautiful. It's a good match. In above a good wrestling and a decent match for the crowd, Caristico defeated Low Key by pinfall the La Mystica. Low Key's not suited his gimmick, I can fix that. Caristico Thrill Seeker gimmick, Caristico great. Low Key 61, Caristico 70. Caristico in performance 71C plus. Not a bad match. Quite happy with that one. And then JB's like, last week we saw a new world champion crowned. Joining me now, the former champion, Magnus. And Magnus is like, do you think I care? No, I don't, because Bully Ray's taking the piss out of me on Twitter, and he's going to pay for it. I'm not messing around. Get your ass out there right now. And then Bobby just walks on the set, and he's like, whoa, there, hold on. Look, I've got a problem with Aries. He has a problem with me. Let's make this a tag match. See you boys in the ring. 64C. So that's going to be a tag match that'll be coming up in a little bit. But in a decent match, Scott Steiner and Abyss defeat Bobby Lashley and Gunner in 756 when Scott Steiner defeat Bobby Lashley by pinfall. Abyss 67, Scott Steiner 53, Gunner 53, and Lashley 59. No work for 65C. And then Abyss is backstage, and he's like, and Abyss just grabs a mic, and he sits at ringside, and he's like, I am sorry for my actions last week, but he ordered me to beat you up. He ordered me to destroy you. Now he's asking me to do the same in 4 weeks live. So I will. You see, Hardy, I have no control. He has all the power over me. 61C. Well, that's an interesting update on the entire Abyss's attacking Jeff Hardy storyline. Someone is controlling him. And I'm going to be changing this from TNA Impact to Impact Wrestling. Just so you know, he's going to stick to that 61C. In a good match, Bully Ray and Austin Aries defeated Magnus Bobby Roode in 748 when Austin Aries defeated Bobby Roode by pinfall the Brainbuster. Magnus was a weak link, that's fine. Bobby Roode 71, Magnus 59, Austin Aries 76, Bully Ray 73, Bobby Roode improving in performance. Bully Ray's not suited to his gimmick. So Bully isn't either. Well, that's why I'm doing this. Bully, Bram, and that's alright. 69C plus, can't complain with that. And in a decent match, Mr. Anderson defeated MVP in 8:23 by from the mic check following defense from Scott Steiner. Mr. Anderson 58, MVP 58. That did not happen. Mr. Anderson is meant to have lost to MVP because it makes the whole next angle redundant. So I'm not going to go and edit it. As far as you guys are concerned, MVP beat Mr. Anderson after an outside interference from Scott Steiner. And then after the match, MVP celebrating his victory in the ring when Chris Jericho comes out and he attacks beating down MVP down into the mat. And, you know, Mike Tenay and Taz and JJ, Mike Tenay and Taz are sat there. JJ obviously knew he'd signed Chris Jericho. And they're like, oh, that must have been who's in that limo. Why has he attacked MVP? So, of course, he isn't hired. He was on hiatus in the database. So I thought we'll have Chris Jericho. And he is now a part of TNA Wrestling. And hopefully we'll hear from him next week why he's come after MVP. 73B minus. In above a good heat and decent wrestling, Jeff Hardy defeated James Storm in 8:23 by putting the Twist of Fate. Twist of Hate. I need to change that to Twist of Fate. Following botched interference by Abyss. James Storm 48, Jeff Hardy 62. No work improvements. James Storm, Jeff Hardy just don't click. 61C. Let's hope the main event does better as we have Sting and Samoa Joe taking on the Stars and Prince Devet in a 55C minus. I have had to push him higher than what he's recommended. He's recommended push as an opener. I've pushed him as a main eventer because personally that's how I feel he is. And then above a good rate wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, AJ Styles and Prince Devet defeated Sting and Samoa Joe in 2017 when AJ Styles defeated Sting by putting the Stars clash. Prince Devet was a weak link, that's fine. Samoa Joe 77, Sting 76, Prince Devet 52, AJ Styles 82, Sting improving in performance, a 76B minus. That's where I end tonight's show with 73B minus. That's better than last week. Ladies and gentlemen, we've still got people coming. You know, you think this is the roster, we've still got a lot of wrestlers coming in and signing whose contracts haven't begun yet. And all of them will be making appearances next week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you for another edition of TNA Impact next week. And hopefully we'll get some matches set up for Victory Road. Welcome back. TNA Explosion time. Well, last week's Impact was a bit explosive, I think, personally. The Bullet Club debuted. Jericho debuted. We had a lot of debuts last week, including new hirings. And it continues this week. We've got some new debuts on this show alone. Because I think everybody I've hired now, except for Tommaso Ciampa, who I forgot to hire, he's now hired. He's now under contract, who have on written deals. So Ring of Honor looks a bit scarce. So Kurt Angle's back comes out to the ring at the Hard Rock Live, and he's like, I might be injured, but I don't want to be away from the TNA fans, and out here tonight is a great crowd. So I'm pleased to announce that TNA Explosion is my show. So tonight I've put together an amazing card. So are you ready? I don't know how good the card's going to be. But in about a decent wrestling below heat, Ultimo Dragon defeated Rhino in 808 by pinfall the Asia DDT. Rhino 57, Ultimo Dragon 45. No work appearance, 56C minus. In about a decent wrestling below heat, Red Dragon defeated the Young Bucks in 812 when Bobby Fish defeated Nick Jackson by pinfall the Moonsault. Nick Jackson 62, Matt Jackson 59, Kyle O'Reilly 44, Bobby Fish 42, Matt Jackson improved in performance. Matt Jackson is actually currently feuding for the Ring of Honor World title against Bullet Club member AJ, which is very weird. So Ring of Honor Wrestling is going against New Japan, they're working agreement with New Japan and TNA Wrestling. Next week, the go-home edition of TNA will be live from the UK next week. So JB's like, welcome back to Explosion. Joining me right now, Johnny Gargano. And for some reason, JB is not on the screen. I'm not going to keep you long. EC3, meet me in the ring in the main event tonight. 44D. It was going to be next, but I've decided to do it as the main event. He's ready to promote Yoshi Tajiri, and he gets a 19E minus for his B show. And in the battle subpar wrestling, a little heat, Yoshi Tajiri defeated Kenny King in 7:45 by pinfall with a buzzsaw kick. Kenny King 40, Yoshi Tajiri 46. Don't know how old he is in this database, but we'll have a look. In the battle decent wrestling, I'm treating Zimai on defeated Mr. ROH Roderick Strong in 7:36 by pinfall with the Bible Black. Zima 50, Strong 54, no work appearance. Of course, he's no longer Mr. Ring of Honor because he's wrestling for TNA on a permanent contract. The same as a few of the other guys who I've hired, so I'm really excited for the future of TNA Wrestling. I'm actually really pumped for this series because I've got some big things planned for tonight's Impact. 50-60 minus. And then video to video plays hyping EC3 versus Johnny Gargano. This is 29E. And in the battle subpar wrestling, a little heat, Ethan Carter III defeated Johnny Gargano in 14:57 by pinfall of the Sweet Meat Sizzler. Johnny Gargano 45, Ethan Carter III 48. No work on improvements of 47D. And after the match is over, Johnny Gargano is left down, Ethan Carter III is celebrating, but then he stops and sees his opponent on the ground, he attacks and beats him into the canvas. And that's where we end tonight's show, given us a 51D+. I'm going to skip forward and get ready to book yourselves some TNA Impact. Are you ready? Welcome back. Welcome to TNA Wrestling. Tonight we've got one more huge debut. We're sold out at the Hard Rock Live tonight for Impact Wrestling. Now you're probably thinking, oh, he's just taped Explosion and he's now onto this. I didn't. So next month I have decided, and this is not because I want to overload me, I like doing longer episodes. And I like to do longer episodes which tell the story and are more fun for you, the fans. So I am going to be bringing back the one night onlys. And very similar to what we did last time we did the one night onlys, they're not going to be on pay-per-view. They're going to be TV specials. But they're not going to be on Spike. We're going to find another TV provider to provide you with one night onlys. It's going to be like we'll see. I'm going to have a look around. I'm going to get that set up. We're going to have very similar setups to what we had before. Similar pay-per-views, one night onlys like Joker's Wild, stuff like that. And I'm just going to come up with some names like TNA one night only, Christmas party stuff. But yeah, let's get on with Impact, shall we? And appreciate about that. I had decent wrestling, but little heat. The Briscoes and Von X defeated Bad Influence on the Bromez in 806. When Marshall Von Erich defeated Robbie E by pinfall. Marshall Von Erich 34, Ross Von Erich 37. Mark Briscoe 52, Jay 54, Robbie E 42, Jesse 31, Kazarian 64, and Daniels 74. Robbie E in performance of Mark Briscoe in Technical 59C. Beautiful. In the pre-show battle, had Subpar Wrestling, A Little Heat, Jimmy Jacobs, Kenta, Yoshi Toyotsu, Tigre Uno, and Sonada defeat Tamatonga, Roxas Spud, Bad Luck Farley, Bad Bram, and Zima eliminated 2 when Jimmy Jacobs defeated Tamatonga by pin of the Conjiara Code. Sonada 41, Tigre Uno 47, Yoshitotsu 47, Kenta 56, Jimmy Jacobs 47, Zima Ion 51, Bram 41, Bad Luck Farley 47, Roxas Spud 46, and Tamatonga 34. Zima Ion in performance, Jimmy Jacobs in Technical, Bad Luck Farley in performance, and Tamatonga in Technical. A 51 D+. Nice match. Yes. Do you want to continue addressing this? No. Let's complete his gimmick change. He's now an arrogant heel, which has gotten showing very good. See? I do remember things. In the pre-show, Subpar Wrestling, A Little Heat, Taryn Terrell, Madison Rain, and Brittany defeat Alpha Female, Brooke Tessmocker, and Valk Sky in 8:19 when Taryn Terrell defeat Brooke Tessmocker by pin for the flying crossbody. Brittany 30, Madison Rain 59, Taryn Terrell 35, Valk Sky 50, Brooke Tessmocker 38, and Alpha Female 30. Alpha Female in performance. Of course, this is our home region. I've only just seen that, and Brooke Tessmocker sustained a dislocated ankle. Ouch. So Rebel and Brittany are probably going to be released after tonight. Once I can, I need to work out who I'm hiring. That's my issue. I'm not sure who I want in my female division. I'm really tempted to get Bunny, Ali. I'm really tempted to get Rosemary as well. But I'm not too sure whether they're going to be a good pick to start off with. But there might be good picks later on. But I'm going to have a look. 48D+. And I might get a working agreement with Royal Wonders Stardom as well. In the future, about Subpar Wrestling, A Little Heat, Sanjay Dutt, Tommy Dream, and Colt Cabana defeat Kid Cash, Michael Algan, and Rob Terry in 7:45, when Sanjay Dutt defeated Kid Cash by pin with a 450 splash. Colt Cabana 51, Tommy Dreamer 42, Sanjay Dutt 45, Rob Terry 28, Michael Algan 48, and Kid Cash 38. No work problems. Michael Algan debuts badass gimmick. Or Terry's not suited to his gimmick. Yeah, that's because I haven't changed it since I've changed him back to Rob Terry. Now, many people are going to go, why are you not getting rid of Rob Terry? Why is Rob Terry sticking around when he can't wrestle, but you're getting rid of the other two? The other two, Rebel and Brittany, I don't like. I didn't like when they were in TNA originally. Whereas Rob Terry, I've seen him wrestle. I'm a big Rob Terry fan. I mark out for Rob Terry. I'm just sad he's not wrestling at the moment in any big promotions. In my opinion, he is a pretty good wrestler, and I don't believe 28 is true. But 49D+, and I think we've got one more. Oh, no, we haven't. So Cody Hall and Timothy Thatcher here on the 190 deal, and they get defeated by Killer Elite Squad in 8:30 when Dave Boy Smith Jr. defeat Cody Hall by pin the Santono 6 Boomбacks. Timothy Thatcher got a 35. Interesting. Cody Hall 25, Lance Hoyt 43, David Boy Smith 46. No work improvement, so I'm gonna write his name down for a minute, because that was a good performance by Timothy Thatcher. And as I say, if you impress me, you're more likely going to get a contract offer at some point down the line. 43D. And in the pre-show battle, had Turbo Wrestling and non-existent Crowd Heat. Why has Angelina Love been put in 2 matches? Angelina Love and Rebel defeat Arja Prey and Angelina Rose in 7:30-43, and Angelina Love defeated Angel Rose by from the lights out. Angel Rose 26, Arja Prayer 36, Rebel 25, Angelina 46. These Rebel have a great chemistry team together. Rebel improving in technical, and Angel Rose in technical. Arja Prayer, I'm not sure who you are, but you're bloody good in worker. This is where I'm at the moment. I'm not too sure on who's coming, but I'm going to be redeveloping the entire Knockouts division. That's my next project. I've done the main roster, I've done the tag teams, and then the knockouts come afterwards. Because I thought I had a decent knockouts division. It's just Rebel and Brittany. At the moment, I'm watching Elimination Chamber, and I watched the beginnings of it last night live. I watched about 2 hours to the AJ Styles match live last night, and then I went to bed because it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and it was pretty good so far. So Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Chris Jericho, Bully Ray, Prince Devet, Sting, Scott Steiner, Mr. Anderson is probably Devet because he's not popular at all at the moment. That's my next project. He's actually meant to be an opener, but I'm pushing him as a main eventer. Because that's what I do. 68C+, not bad, actually. So we cut to the venue, we see Pryogoff on the stage, and Jericho music hits as he makes his way to the ring. I don't want to use myself too much, but I'm going to be appearing every now and then on TNA, not every week. So just like last week, I shocked the world, like the Bullet Club and so many more, when I debuted for TNA Wrestling. And the question's been, why Jericho, why? So I have just called this Impact Wrestling TNA. First off, Vince did not want me, so I came here, but I saw MVP debut in Scotland, and I realised how much I hate him. He came here to kill TNA, he tried to piss me off in WWE, and I'm here. And me and him have unfinished business. And when this MVP music hits and he comes out and he goes, Jericho, I thought I'd never see you again, but you're scheduled not to fight. You're not scheduled to fight here tonight, or at all. So why are you here? And it can't be me. You're making excuses like the fans do. The only reason JJ hired you to get eyes on his new TNA. He don't need you. He has me, the greatest TNA signing since Kurt Angle. And with this calls out JJR himself. And he looks pretty pissed and he goes, I've got enough problems with the Bullet Club and keeping them out of the building until their matches tonight. So in 2 weeks live at Victory Road, it will be MVP versus Jericho. Now get out of my ring. And ladies and gentlemen, I will make that official right now. Jericho's in-ring debut for TNA Wrestling, shall I say. His first in-ring match. He will not be wrestling on any post shows or anything like that. He doesn't do house shows. Will be against MVP live at Victory Road. A 72B minus. In about that decent wrestling number 3, Doug Williams defeated the returning Jay Lethal in 7-8 by pinfall the Chaos Theory. Doug Williams 61, Jay Lethal 53, no work appearance. So the only wrestlers that are on pay-per-view appearance deals are the Bullet Club, any wrestler that comes from New Japan Pro Wrestling, and the Briscoes. Because the Briscoes are too loyal to Ring of Honor. Just saying. And about that decent wrestling number 3, Kevin Steen debuts defeating Eric Young in 6:56 by pinfall the package pile driver. Eric Young's not suited to his gimmick. Kevin Steen, badass, very good. Eric Young 53, Kevin Steen 56. No work appearance. I thought I saw Eric Young. Eric Young's now not suited to his gimmick. Oh God, he's gonna have a gimmick change again. I don't know how that's going to go down for the fans, but we'll see. 59C. I'm quite impressed. Kevin Steen is a great worker. He was in the Ring of Honor series, and he is now. He's going to have some good stuff for him in the future. And we see Abyss backstage, and he's just sat in this this caged area. I mean, the camera's on one side, and he's on the other side of this metal fencing. And he's like, "He is here, Jeff. He heard what you said, and tonight you'll see what I am made of. He is coming for you, Hardy. He wants your blood." So who is this person? Well, we're going to find out later tonight because he is here. But who is he? You'll find out tonight. 63C, not bad. In about the decent wrestling, but Little Heat, American Wolves defeat Doc and Anderson in 7:44, and Eddie Edwards defeat Kyle Anderson by pin with a forward long blower. Oh, I forgot to mention I'm on this show twice. Kyle Anderson 44, Doc 41. Eddie Edwards 60, David Richards 63. Doc in performance, David Richards in Rumble, and Eddie Edwards in performance, 59C. And we see the Bullet Club, except for Doc and Carl, and they have been stopped by at least 30 security guards. And AJ's just talking to him like, if Carl and Doc are allowed in there, we are. Look, we are the Bullet Club, and you can have as many cops as you want. We'll get in there before the night is over. All 30 of you won't stop us, and we'll find a way in. Mark my words. And just with this, we hear someone pushing through, and he's like, move out my way. And it's JJ, and he's like, AJ, you'll be allowed through tonight when your matches with the rest. When your matches, the rest of you can piss off. You will not get in this building, and in 2 weeks, Prince will take on Sting, and AJ, you'll face Joe for the title. Now, Prince, get out there. We've got a match for you next. And then Prince is allowed through, and no one else is. Because as soon as he's gone through, the security block back up again. But yes, so we got 2 more matches tonight planned for Victory Road. It's not a storyline, it's just a match I'm doing. I'm hoping it's Sting facing Prince Devet, and I'll show you the issue with Prince Devet. This is where he sits with popularity in America at the moment. This is where he sat when we hired him. I've brought him up a bit. So I've got a lot of work with Prince Devet, so don't expect Prince Devet to beat Sting at the pay-per-view. Expect Sting to get a win over the Bullet Club. For now, we are going to see how he gets on. And then we're also going to have the TNA World title. I thought this was better, and that's going to be AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. 45D, increase the storyline. You see, this is the issue. Bad Foot, Fale, and Tamatonga are not known, and we are having to build. These three guys here, we're having to build from the ground up. 45D. In about a decent wrestling, but Juice van der Liger, Chris Hero, Hernandez, and Eli Drake and Caristico defeated John Henning, Matt Hardy, Adam Cole, Knox, and Minoru Suzuki in 6:37. Juice van der Liger defeated Minoru Suzuki by opening the Brainbuster. Liger 5-star average. Eli Drake old school face, great. John Henning Ego Maniac above average. Matt Hardy degenerate below average. Adam Cole Ego Maniac awful. So we got Caristico coming out there with a 64. Eli Drake got a 52. Hernandez 50. Chris Hero 53. Liger 59. Minoru Suzuki 44. Knox 37. Adam Cole 46. Matt Hardy 56. And John Henning 63. No workrooms. Everyone on here is written. Everyone on here is written deal except for Minoru Suzuki and Liger. So you're not going to see Adam Cole anywhere but TNA Wrestling now. 59C, which is bad. And JB's like, so before Prince's match, joining me now, Bully Ray. And Bully's like, so Magnus, you want to attack me for calling you out on Twitter? Okay, mate. You see, this is a new TNA, but it's the same old idiots. So tonight I've got a new friend. You better find someone to fight with you, because I'm ready. Are you? And Bully Ray's not suited his gimmick, hence why we're changing it. And he's now rated as a badass. I will also be changing his name back to Brother Ray, just because he's a face. And whenever he comes heel, we'll call him Bully Ray again. But it's only 6B minus, not bad. And in Belvedere D-Smash Symbol Prince Direct defeated Gunner in 6:48 by putting on the Brainbuster. Gunner 46 and Prince Direct 57. Gunner in performance. I am going to have to pay Gunner off because he wasn't happy about taking a loss to Prince. But 56C minus, not bad. In about D-Smash Symbol Gail Kim defeated ODB in 8:15 by putting on the inverted stomp face breaker. Gail Kim makes defense number 1 of her TNA Knockouts title. ODB 39, Gail Kim 63. No workarounds. 56C minus. Once I get past Victory Road, I'll be introducing a United States title. I'm probably going to be introducing storylines for all divisions like I did previously. But for now, we're just going to stick with the cheap, easy storylines for now until we get to Summerversary. Or until I get to the swing of things. So you're going to have 3 episodes, and then once we start on the road to Bound for Glory, you guys will get better storylines. And also now he's backstage and goes, so you think I had a problem with you? I did not until you said I had. Now last week me and Bully won the match. So the match he mentioned is now... So the match he just mentioned is now a 6-man tag, and this is happening right now. So it's now a 6-man tag, and that's just big. And in a good match, Bobby Roode, Magnus, James Storm defeated Brother Devon, Bully Ray and Austin Aries 7:42, and Magnus defeated Austin Aries by putting the Torment. Austin Aries 79, Bully Ray 79, Brother Devon 61, Storm 65, Magnus 64, and Bobby Roode 72. Bully Ray in Techno and Bobby Roode in Flying. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Brother Devon is back. That is the friend that Brother Ray was talking about. And I think one of the storylines we're going to be doing to go into the Road to Bound for Glory, which I was going to do now, but because it's Austin Aries feuding with Bobby Roode, it's not going to work. But it's going to be Beer Money versus the Team 3D. A reuniting Team Beer Money versus Team 3D at Bound for Glory. That is what we're going to be doing. 72B minus, nice. And Mr. Anderson's like, what I said, you've proven true. You don't like the fans, and you're here for a paycheck. So I might be an asshole, but Steiner, I'm an asshole for these fans, and in 2 weeks, Victory Road, your ass is mine. Strong words there from Mr. Anderson backstage room. JB didn't get a chance to introduce him there. That's fine. That's my fault for booking it wrong. But Mr. Anderson, Scott Steiner, a 51-year-old Scott Steiner, he's not going to have a title or anything. I'm not going to do a WWE. I just thought it'd be fun to have him, for a bit on some storylines. So in a good match, MVP Rob Van Dam. In a good match, MVP defeated Rob Van Dam in 7:51 by putting the Brain Playmaker following the botch and interfered by Chris Jericho. Rob Van Dam's debuted his cool dude gimmick. It's gone to show a great MVP 61, RVD 76, no work appearance 72B minus. Rob Van Dam has returned to TNA Wrestling and has lost to MVP. Ouch. In about a great heat and good decent wrestling, Jeff Hardy defeated Scott Steiner in 7:41 by pin with the Swanton Bomb. Scott Steiner 52, Jeff Hardy 77 and 69C+. So you can get a good match out of him. And afterwards we hear Abyss's music theme and then music hit, and then a voice we know and love ripples through the Impact Zone. My name is Paul Heyman, and I am the man that holds the power over the Monster Abyss. Jeff, me and you have crossed paths, and both times I wanted your blood, and now in TNA, I have a man who can do it. The Monster Abyss, and he is ready. Well, I wasn't expecting that from TNA Wrestling. Paul Heyman's arrived. Paul Heyman is in TNA Wrestling. He is on a written deal, and he is managing the Monster Abyss. 69C+. In above a great wrestling and good heat, AJ Styles defeated Mr. Anderson in 2003 by from the Styles Clash. Mr. Anderson 64, AJ 83, AJ improving in Rumble. The main event's going to be rocking at Victory Road, I think, at 80B from AJ there. And AJ Styles celebrating his victory in the ring when Samoa Joe runs in and attacks, beating Styles down into the mat. I've got to say AJ versus Mr. Anderson was our main event of the night, 60C. There was also a distraction from outside interference by Scott Steiner as well, which helped him get the win. But 60C, and we got one match left. And in the post-show bout, a great heat, good wrestling, and a decent match for the crowd. Bobby Lashley, Samoa Joe, and Sting defeated Abyss, Loki, and Chris Sabin in 14:47 when Sting defeated Chris Sabin by pinfall. Sting 78, Samoa Joe 76, Bobby Lashley 59, Sabin 64, Loki 61, and Abyss 70. Sabin in performance. And we're just going to handle that change there, so Loki will now be suited to his gimmick. That's where we end tonight's TNA Wrestling. Gets us 76 B-, increased our popularity in all 31 regions, which is better than what we're doing in WWF at the moment, which is, we're jumping about like a fucking yo-yo. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys again next week for the go-home editions of Explosion, and of course, TNA Wrestling. We are back. TNA Wrestling have done some copyrighted, and WWE are fuming with USA. Hello everyone, welcome to TNA Wrestling. We've got, coming up in 2 weeks' time, or is one night only knockouts knockdown, we've got Old School, King of the Mountain, TNA versus the World, Joker's Wild, One Night Only Uncensored, One Night Only The Match Beyond, aka War Games, Christmas Party, Super X Tournament, Tag Wars, Night of Extreme, and of course our 50,000 tournament. We do also have King of the Mountain as well, forgot to mention that one. But yeah, so it's going to be live every month on USA Network. Yes, I already knew this is why I wanted to do it, because I thought instead of putting our weekly show on USA, we're going to put a monthly pay-per-view on USA, sticking to Spike TV for now until our deal ends with Spike, and then we'll be moving in TNA Wrestling over to USA Network. That is the plan. I don't know. I might not yet. Kurt Angle goes, welcome to Explosion. Now I'd like to welcome to Tony Schiavone back to wrestling and TNA as he sits alongside our boss tonight. So yeah, the ones JJR and Tony Schiavone will be doing the commentary for TNA Wrestling's Explosion shows. Now I'd like to welcome to the ring Johnny Gargano and EC3 to come down to the ring, please. And so Johnny Gargano comes down first, and he's followed by EC3. So even when Kurt Angle's back in wrestling full-time, he will be the general manager of Explosion. This is another role he has in TNA. Thanks for coming out. Now, this Sunday Night Live is Victory Road. You two have a problem. You two have had problems for ages. So this show... on this show. So this Sunday Night Live, it will be you two facing in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Johnny's like, Kurt, I am. Kurt, I am. The only thing I wish I am on. So basically saying, yeah, what did I say I am on? I'm in for this. I wish that match was tonight, though, so I could kick his ass right now. And EC3 just grabs the mic off Johnny and he's like, that's fine. I'll win. Why? Because I'm a car in the world and he's car. And with this, he throws a punch at Johnny, and then it's a brawl, and security split them up. And then, security just rush into the ring and split them up like they were on standby. Johnny Gargano's letting the show development better, showing some more charisma and better performance skills, which is good. And goes like, right, that's it. You two have got a match tonight. Live. And EC3, yours is right now. Now, the issue is I forgot to do this before recording because I'm a twat. Is import a load of matches. So for now, I will go ahead and do that after this show and book it in. But we'll have a Falls Count Anywhere match. Hopefully all the matches will be set finally for Victory Road, because we've kind of been hiring people. You wait until you see the women's division. I haven't put a women's match. Starting next week, after Finger Me on the next episode 2, there'll be women's matches on every single edition of TNA Wrestling. 55C-. Beautiful. Now, I'm going to say this, just because it's a one night only knockouts knockdown, it'll be a knockouts tournament, knockouts will main event the entire event, but we'll have some men's wrestling on there just to, because otherwise it would be bad rating. In about Decent Wrestling, we don't much Ethan Carter III defeated Japanese legend Juice von der Liger in 820 by people the Meat Sweet Meat Sizzler. Juice von der Liger 63, Ethan Carter III 47, he's improving in flying. 62C, nice. In above Decent Wrestling, Below Heat, Doc Gallows, Drew with Killer Elite Squad, Doc and Anderson, Drew with Killer Elite Squad in 7:59 following a double countout. Kyle Anderson 49, Doc 44, Lance Hoyt 44, Dave Boy Smith 50. So we're going to click on the pre-booking now, because I have just got word from management, aka me, that because after this match they are not happy, and therefore these two teams will go ahead and face off in a hardcore match this coming Sunday night at Victory Road. It'll be Doc Gallows and Anderson versus the KSE, Killer Elite Squad, live on pay-per-view. 51D+. A music video showing to promote Tommaso Ciampa. Welcome to TNA Wrestling, Ciampa. He's not on tonight's card. He might be on the pre-show of TNA, but it says he's coming to Explosion soon. AJ Styles, we just got a nice little hype package of Styles versus Joe, because it's a Sunday night. Come and watch it. Come and watch. And in the battle of Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Tama Tonga defeated Jimmy Jacobs in 8:25 by putting the Tonga twist. Jimmy Jacobs 48, Tama Tonga 32, 45D. So Tama Tonga and Bad Luck Fale will be on the Explosion over the course of the next few weeks. He's not tonight, because I want him in a 6-man tag match alongside AJ and Prince Devet. But yeah, so we can build them up. This is the idea of Explosion, is building up these wrestlers like Jimmy Jacobs, Tama Tonga, Johnny Gargano, EC3, so on and so forth. In above a Decent Wrestling, Below Heat, Johnny Gargano defeated Zima Ion 809 by pin with the Hertz Donut. Zima Ion 48, Johnny Gargano 52 or 53C-. Beautiful. The main event tonight is Sanjay Dutt versus Adam Cole. So yeah. In above Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Adam Cole defeats Sanjay Dutt in 15:07 by pin with the Flying Crossbody. Sanjay Dutt 45, Adam Cole 40. Sanjay Dutt in Rumble. That's where we end tonight's show. Gives us a 50D+. Not the best Explosion, but it doesn't matter. It's a B show. It's not meant to be the best. So I'm going to go away, get that Falls Count Anywhere match booked, and I'll see you guys again real soon. We are here. We are live. We are uncensored. It's TNA Wrestling with Sunday night. We've got Victory Road coming up. But right now we've got the go-home edition of Thursday Night Impact. Hello everyone, welcome back. I nearly said Monday Night Raw. That's how fricked up I am. Nearly finishes when I get back onto WWF. And if you haven't already watched WWF this week, you need to, because some big things are happening. And also, by the end of the week, guys, you will know who wins that Royal Rumble and is going to go on to WrestleMania. But in appreciate about that Subpar Wrestling non-assistant crowd heat, Boogie Nova, who is here. She is here on one only dial. There's Rita and Kelly. She's here on one only deal. Defeated Alpha Female, Angeline Love and Gail Kim in 8:30 when Kelly defeated Alpha Female by pin with the K2. Kelly 41, Zarita 30, Boogie Nova 29, Gail Kim 63, Angelina 46, Alpha Female 33. No work appearance. Alpha Female's not. I forgot to do that. So yeah, she's here on all night deal, so we can cross her off. But we've been hiring. You'll see a few more of them later on tonight. Some of them not here yet. They're still working out kinks with their contract, so they can start working. In appreciation of Decent Wrestling, remember cheat Tommy Dreamer defeat Chris Sabin in 7:44 by from the Death Valley Driver. Sabin 56, Tommy 45. Sabin in performance 57C-. I will need to copy and paste something over and fix up the opening promo. In appreciation of Subpar Wrestling, a little heat. The Bromans defeated the Von Erichs in 7:49 when Jesse defeated Marshall Von Erich by pinfall with a stunner. Robbie 42, Jesse 30, Marshall Von Erich 49, Ross Von Erich 40. Robbie in Rumble and Robbie in performance. That's nice. 42D. He's a manager now on WWE, which I didn't realise because I don't really watch NXT until this week. In the picture, we had Diesel Wrestling, Little Heat, Colt Commander, Kid Cash, Rob Terry, and Roger Strong defeated Michael Allen, TJ Perkins, Ultimo Dragon, and Yoshi Tajiri. In 819, Roger Strong defeated TJ Perkins, both from the Gibson driver. We have more faces and heels. That's fine. So, a face versus an 8-man tag, face versus face match. Yoshi Tajiri 50, Ultimo Dragon 52, Perkins 51, Algon 49, Strong 57, Rob Terry 30, Kid Cash 41, Colt Commander 51, TJ Perkins in performance. Hopefully you'll realise someone I'm very big on tonight in the main event, because in his second match in TNA he's got a huge opportunity tonight. In the picture, DC Wrestling, Little Heat, Rockstar Spud, Bad Luck Fale, Minoru Suzuki, Tommaso Ciampa, and of course AJ Styles, who wasn't on the main card, defeated Chris Hero, Yoshi Toetsu, Sanada, Kenta, and Tigre Uno in 15:27 when AJ Styles defeated Tigre Uno by from the Stars Clash. Tigre 46, Kenta 58, Sanada 38, Yoshitotsu 48, Hero 57, Stars 83, Tommaso Ciampa 34, Minoru Suzuki 56, Bad Luck Fale 27, Rockstar Spud 36, AJ Styles in Rumble, Kenta in Flying and Performance 62C, nice. We have our opening video package, la-di-da-di-da. Let me just go over here because I'm going to need to copy and paste this in. I've got a bit of work to do, so give me a quick second, guys. I need to push a space there, hit a space there, because it doesn't let you write everything out, and then just delete that. She's on lunch. There we go. Beautiful. So we cut to the venue. No prior tonight because the venue is too small. Just let me quickly pop to her. Okay. I am recording. Send. You okay? I'm recording. So we got to the venue, no prior tonight. We're showing the fans. Then Samoa Joe music hits and he comes to the ring with, of course, his title. This only gets a 52D plus. And Joe's like, this Sunday night live on pay-per-view will be Victory Road. And on that night, I'll be defending this title against AJ Styles. Now, one night in his back, and every month for free, you get an event that don't impact what happens on Impact Explosion for free on the USA Network and all over the world. Yeah, I told you I got a big plan for you, the One Night Onlys, and we're going to be on USA Network with them, as I mentioned already. I'm going to have to fight hard and strong because the Bullet Club is powerful and they've got lots of members. And AJ, you want to come back to Impact Wrestling and challenge me? Fine. But this Sunday night, I'm going to destroy you and your little club. And the Bullet Club's music hits, but they don't all come out. It's only AJ comes out at this point. Just ignore all the others. And AJ's like, I'm not the leader. That's Prince. But tonight, we want to attack you. We won't attack you. You see that belt? I was champion in December. I took the title over the world and defended it. And I'm going to beat you and do the same thing. Next week in the UK, the aftermath of Victory Road will be Bullet Club standing tall and proud, and you small and hopeless as I am champion. And when it's behind Joe's back, the rest of the Bullet Club, not all of them, because Bad Luck Fale and Tama Tonga ain't here, but you got Matt and Nick Jackson, Doc Gallows and Kyle Anderson and Prince Devet. Hit the ring and attack Joe. AJ runs in and picks up Joe to hit the Stars Clash, and then he poses with the belt. As the Bullet Club music plays, Prince Devet is showing more charisma. She responded, which is very weird. Just going to ask her how much money she'll need tonight. Oh, no, she's read it. Because she's going shopping tonight, so I can transfer it into my bank account so she can use my card because she looks after it, so I don't keep spending money because I'm not very good with money. But yeah, so that's brilliant. I'm quite happy with that. That's a nice way to open up, and it's a great way to hype this match between these guys. And we open up with it's a short match, but Jay Lethal defeated Doug Williams in 5:27 by from the Lethal combination. Doug 60, Jay Lethal 57, Doug in Flying 62C, beautiful. So she wants 10. In a battle, DC Wrestling with a moment cheat. American Walls defeated Young Bucks in 5:57 when Dave Richards defeated Nick Jackson by pin with the Shooting Star Press. Nick Jackson 60, Matt Jackson 58, Eddie Edwards 64, David Richards 71, 69C plus. And lo and behold, we've got another debut. Well, a return actually tonight after this. America will celebrate their victory in the ring with Motor City Machine Gun running attack, beating them down to the mat. Alex Shelley's debuted his degenerate gimmick. Ladies and gentlemen, Motor City are back, and I have just got word I forgot to book that Falls Count Anywhere match. But this Sunday night, a Motor City Machine Guns make their TNA Wrestling return as they face the American Wolves live on pay-per-view. I will get that Falls Count Anywhere match booked. I forgot to do that because I've been watching Elimination Chamber. I'm now watching the FCW story, 42D. In a decent match, John Henning defeated Christico in 7:39 by pin the Starship Pain. John Henning 63, Christico 59. Henning in technical and Christico in performance. These two don't collectively made for an knockabout. I'm quite surprised at that, actually. 65C, not bad. And Tony's like, nope, you're not seeing things. I'm Tony Johnny, and joining me right now, Brother Ray. And Ray's like, thanks, Tony. And it's great to see you tonight. Look here, this Sunday Night Live will be in my match with Magnus. Look around, boy, you got nothing, and by the end of the Victory Road, you'll know who I am. The top dog in TNA. He struggled to go off script, yet he asked to go off script, which really pisses me off. When a wrestler asks, I want to go off script, I let him go off script, and they frick it up. Yes, so we are going to... Oh, I'm in the upper mid-carders. It's going to be Brother Ray, it's going to be Magnus, it's going to be Victory Road. Who's going to come out on top? That's the question. I think a lot of people have got on their lips. Beautiful. So in about it's up wrestling a little heat. Brooke Test Modder, Caitlin Liberty, and Velvet Sky defeat Terran throughout Rio and ODB and Madison Rain in 7:53, and Brooke Test Modder defeated Rio by pin the springboard, neck padlock, elbow drop. So we've got Madison Rain 61, ODB 54, Rio 28, Terran 12 35, Velvet Sky 50, Liberty 23, Caitlin 39, and Brooke Tessmacher 34. Caitlin informs. I'm quite surprised that Liberty's bad. Now, if you don't know who Liberty is, she is better known as Alex Windsor, former Progress star, WAW. She was in WAW for quite a time as Liberty, so I thought I'd give her the Liberty name and the Liberty picture. But yeah, we've got Rio signed, we've got Liberty signed, we've got Caitlin back as well. She's come out of retirement, the same as off hiatus. We've hired them, so 50D plus. And in a superb match, Bobby Roode defeated Jeff Hardy in 7:54 by pin with a payoff after distraction from the Monster Abyss. Bobby Roode Sony 3, Jeff Hardy Sony 4, Hardy in technical. Of course, we know that Hardy is going to be taking on Abyss this coming Sunday night at Victory Road, so it's the only way we got Bobby Roode over. And after the match, Bobby Roode celebrating his victory in the ring when Austin Aries runs in and attacking him. And that of course, it was obvious that this was going to happen. But it'll be Austin Aries versus the Roode live this coming Sunday night at Victory Road. 50-60 minus. In about the diesel wrestling with cheat, Hernandez, Gunner, and Eric Young, Eli Drake, and Bobby Lashley defeated Matt Hardy, Knox, Bram, and Kenny King in 6:37. Hernandez defeated Bram by from the sit-out Dominator. Lashley 60, Eli Drake 55, Eric Young 53, Gunner 50, Hernandez 52, Kenny King 42, Bram 43, Rhino 50, Knox 44, and Matt Hardy 60. Kenny King in performance, Knox in Rumble and performance, Gunner in Rumble and performance, and Eli Drake in flying. That is the sort of stuff I like to see. The people who are not the best in the ring, doing their best and improving, and that's what we want. This is what I'm saying with in the WWF series. I've pushed, Stone Cold. To the moon. And, he's now improving to the point, where he is our main event world champion. We've got 2 titles in WWF for this Monday. We've put the world title on him, and he's carrying it, and he's doing a great job. He's not the best in-ring worker yet, but he's improving in ring every time we put him in the match. His popularity is up to 70s now, when it was only, 50s. So by the time I'm finished with him, 58C minus. So that's beautiful. And then we've got a promo by Jericho, and he's like, sorry I can't be there tonight, but I will be there this Sunday Night Live when I kick and take down MVP. But next week live in the UK, I'll be there in the main event when I take on AJ Styles live on Impact. Baby! So I'm giving away a dream match live next week in the UK. It'll be AJ Styles, it'll be Chris Jericho, it'll be live on television. Impact Wrestling, Styles versus Jericho. 78B, beautiful. In the battle there, decent wrestling, but on retreat, Bad Influence defeated Red Dragon in 7:46 by pinfall. In 7:46, with Chris Donis defeated Bobby Fish by pinfall the Angels Rings. Kazarian 61, Daniels 69, Kyle O'Reilly 44, Bobby Fish 43, Kyle O'Reilly in performance 64C. Nice. In above a good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Mr. Anderson, Sting, RVD, and Austin Aries defeated Magnus, James Storm, Prince Devitt, and Scott Steiner in 806 when Sting defeated Prince Devitt by pinfall. Austin Aries 74, Robin Dunn 74, Sting 73, Anderson 64, Scott Steiner 54, Prince Devitt 63, James Storm 62, and Magnus 61. Storm in performance, Anderson in performance, and Magnus in flying. Another good one. It's only C+. And we're going to go into our main event. No, we're not. Welcome back to Impact Wrestling. Joining me now, Paul Heyman and his client, Abyss. And Paul was like, my name is Paul Heyman, and I stand here with the TNA legend, Monster Abyss. And when he came to me for support, I took control, and our first target is Jeff Hardy. Now he picked the rules for this Sunday night, but it's going to be a contract for the world title shot at Joe at Sacrifice, the next pay-per-view. I will tell you now, that will be the Monster Abyss. So our next pay-per-view after that is, of course, Sacrifice, our main one, but ignoring the One Night Onlys, because that's on TV. And the winner of the Full Metal Mayhem match will face the winner of AJ Styles and Samoa Joe at Sacrifice. In above that good wrestling, in above that great wrestling and good heat, Abyss and MVP defeat Brother Devon and Brother Ray, Team 3D joining up. In 741, when MVP defeated Brother Devon by pinfall the Playmaker. Brother Ray 87, Brother Devon 73, MVP 65, Abyss 70, Abyss in performance. Paul Heyman did some good work at ringside. 73B-, and our main event tonight is Samoa Joe taking on Kevin Steen. I don't think this match... Whoa! This match did better than I thought it would. In above a good wrestling and a decent match for the crowd, Samoa Joe defeated Kevin Steen in 20 minutes 26 by pinfall the Muscle Buster. Samoa Joe makes defense number 1 of his TNA World Heavyweight title. Kevin Steen 53, Samoa Joe 76. I am a big fan of Kevin Steen. I was a big fan of Kevin Steen before he joined WWE and became Kevin Owens. I was a big fan of him in Ring of Honor when he had a feud, but Ring of Honor weren't letting him on the shows, and he had security, and he was missing for a year, blah, 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 and then came back and destroyed the company. And his feud with El Generico before El Generico left for WWE to become Sami Zayn. The Ladder Wars at Final Battle in that feud was amazing. So, yeah, I'm really impressed with that rating from them too. And after the match, Samoa Joe celebrates victory when AJ Styles, Prince Devitt, and Bad Luck Farley basically come in and beat the living shit out of him again. Gives us 41D. That's where we end tonight's show, giving us a 72B- overall, increasing our popularity in 36 regions. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. That was 14 minutes of hell. Better than 18 minutes. This is going to be a long episode, but every episode's long. That's what I like to do, because that gives you more to watch. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you again live right here on Sunday night. It's going to be Victory Road, and it's going to be a wild one. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you for Victory Road this Sunday. I'm changing the backdrop. We're going to have a quick look and see what matches actually happened on the one night only Victory Road they did this year. Bram versus Davey Richards, Austin Aries versus Kenny King, Storm and Kazarian versus Knox and the Freak, Lashley versus Joe, Abyss versus Anderson, Bromez versus Bully and Spud, Gunner versus Magnus, EC3 versus Snyder, Samuel Shaw versus Crazy Steve, Eddie Edwards versus GJ, and T Grano in Match Winners Battle Royal. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. This premiered on December the 5th on pay-per-view. So the winner will see 50, as you can see. And if you're just doing a shot, this is where I got the idea behind what I'm doing with my one night only stuff. But yeah, we've got 10,000 people tonight at the Harbour Yard Arena. That is a sold out crowd, people. These are the results for Victory Road. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us live on YouTube. Of course, this is a YouTube series. So this is our pre-show. We're doing copying TNA and WWE, and we're going to have a 1 hour pre-show full of great wrestling live on YouTube. And it'd be about decent wrestling, but on my cheat, Doug Williams, Knox, Rhino, and Z-My on defeat, Tommy Dreamer, Eli Drake, Chris Deco, and Bobby Lashley in 753, when Z-My on defeat Chris Deco by pinning the Flipping Destroyer. Lashley 57, Chris Deco 69, Eli Drake 53, Dreamer 43, Z-My on 51, Rhino 54, Knox 43, and Doug Williams 58. Rhino in performance 61C, not bad. I'll have that. In appreciate these wrestling, but little heat, TJ Perkins, Kenna, Jimmy, Jacobs, T. Graham, and Sonada defeat Kushida, Tetsuya United, Tommaso Ciampa, Minoru Suzuki, and Adam Cole. In 8-12, when Kenna defeated Tetsuya United by pinfall the Kenta combo into Bazuki knee kick. So let's have a look at the overall ratings. I'm not worried about gimmicks. Sonada 39, T Green 49, Jimmy Jokers 48, Kenneth 59, TJ Perkins 43, Adam Cole 47, Minoru Suzuki 54, Tommaso Ciampa 34, Naito 56, and Kushida 38. Kushida in performance 54 C-. Beautiful. In the picture above, had decent wrestling, but didn't have but little heat. Bad Influence defeated Von Erickson 5:49 when Chris Daniels defeated Ross by pin of the Angels rings. Marshall 36, Ross 41, Kazarian 63, Daniels 75. No Kazarian improving Rumble. Yeah, not bad. 65C, I'm happy with that. In the picture about Turbo Wrestling and non-existent crowd, Zarita, ODB, Kelly, and Ali defeat Alpha Female, Brooke Tessmocker, Caitlin, and Liberty 71 when Ali defeat Alpha Female by from the sit-out Facebuster. Ali 30, Kelly 38, ODB 48, Zarita 31, Liberty 33, Caitlin 41, Brooke Tessmocker 38, and Alpha Female 33. Ali in Rumble. Ali's debut, the Diva gimmick, Scottish really great. Of course, you will know Ali as Cherry Bomb on the Indies. That's around about this time. I think it was 2015 when she actually signed to TNA. Of course, she's now working in AEW as the Bunny. Doesn't really wrestle. She's more of a manager, which I don't really like, but there you go. In about the Diesel Wrestling with Machi, Eric Young defeated Sanjay Dutt in 6:42 by pinning with a spiked pile driver. Sanjay Dutt 45, Eric 54, Noah Chris 50D plus. Beautiful. In the future about Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Rockstar Spud and Bram defeated Michael Algan and Rob Terry in 5:21. Rockstar Spud defeated Rob Terry by pinning the 5-stone Spud Splash. Bram 47, Rockstar Spud 52, Rob Terry 22, Michael Algan 41. Michael Algan in performance. Rockstar Spud and Bram showed a chemistry team together, whereas Michael Algan didn't. That is going to be helpful for the future. They've gone. That's been dealt with. I've got Timothy Thatcher. Haven't shortlisted him yet, actually. But Spud and Bram. Because I need another tag team. I need a heel tag team. Because I ain't got enough tag teams. And that might be helpful. 47D. Nice. And in the future about Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat, Roderick Strong, Kid Cash, and Gunner defeated one night only contract guys. Bull James, Matt Fletcher, and Rat Riviera in 7:23, and Roderick Strong defeated Bull James by from the sick kick. Gunner 53, Kid Cash 40, Roderick Strong 56. Matt Riviera 34, Matt Fletcher 44, Bull James 29, Matt Riviera in performance 50D plus, not bad. Okay, what happened? Where's the rest of it? Thank you. Tonight, TNA marks its new era with its first pay-per-view. Tonight, New Japan and TNA meet in the ring when the Bullet Club take on TNA stars. But will AJ regain the world title for a record-setting time? Or will Joe win? And now, TNA Wrestling presents Victory Road. As soon as the opening package finishes, we cut to the venue. Pride goes off on our special set. We spent £15,000 on it. And we see it's got a Titantron, but highway signs underneath it, and the ramp looks like a road. The fans are ready, and the fans are ready. We've shown all the fans waving signs and are ready, and we cut to Mike Tenay and Taz, Mike's like, "Hello, welcome to our first live pay-per-view, and thanks for joining us tonight. Bullet Club have run roughshod over TNA, and tonight they'll all be in action, but will be removed from the building, so AJ will be on his own in the main event tonight." And just like, this is JoJo's TNA, and this is an amazing decision on his part to remove the problem, so just be AJ versus Joe. And Tony's like, but first we've got a Falls Count Anywhere match between EC3 and Johnny Gargano. Tonight is going to be super fun. So we've got 68C plus for the opening package, which is great. And this gets a 55C minus. And about Decent Wrestling, but little heat. Ethan Carter III defeated Johnny Gargano in a Falls Count Anywhere match in 12-14 by from the Sweet Meat Sizzler. After putting Johnny Gargano through a table, he then hits the Sweet Meat Sizzler on him to kind of add insult to injury. 53, EC3 53, Johnny Gargano 48. This match starts on the ramp. Literally, as soon as EC3 makes his entrance, Johnny Gargano runs out from the back and starts levering him with a kendo stick on the ramp. And it's literally just a massive brawl through the crowd. And he doesn't get into the ring until about, 8 or 7 minutes into the match. And then it's tables and still weapons. It's a massive big brawl fight. 55C minus. Beautiful. In about a decent wrestling, but in a bout that had good wrestling in a decent match with the crowd, Motor City Machine Guns defeated American Wolves in 11:59 when Alex Shelley defeated David Richards by pin for the Shinra. Taz and Tony really clashed horribly together at the last table. Interesting. Saban 66, Alex Shelley 68, Edward 69, David Richards 71. No workarounds. I can't take Tony off. until the end of the show, so they will not be at the announce desk anymore. In about decent wrestling, but in my cheat, Jay Lethal defeated Matt Hardy in 7:53 by pin with the lethal combination. Matt Hardy 61, Jay Lethal 56, 64C. And in about the decent wrestling, but little heat, Shinsuke Nakamura defeated Ultimo Dragon in 7:42 by pin with the running single leg high knee strike. Ultimo Dragon 48, Shinsuke Nakamura 57. Shinsuke in performance. Please remember, Shinsuke Nakamura is a heel here in TNA. So there's a few people you wouldn't expect. In about Red Subpar Wrestling, a little heat, Rio and Madison Rain defeat Angelina Love and Velvet Sky in 808 when Rio defeated Velvet Sky by pin for the jumping knee attack. Madison Rain 46, Rio 26, Velvet Sky 53, Angelina Love 46. No work improvements. Rio and Madison Rain have chemistry, and Taz and Tony Schiavone again 40D minus. Not the best match, but we had to put a couple of knockouts matches. In about a decent wrestling, below heat, Kenny King defeated Chris Hero in 7:58 by pin with the Torture Rack DDT. Kenny King 46, Hero 53, no work appearance 44D. In about Subpar Wrestling and Little Heat Bullet Club TNA, Matt and Nick Jackson battle at Farley, Kenny Omega and Tama Tonga. Welcome Kenny Omega to the company. Defeated Yoshi Toitsu, Yoshi Tajiri, Marufuji, Kota Ibushi and Ketsuya Shibata at 11:37 when Nick Jackson defeated Ketsuya Shibata by pin the 450 splash. So you've got all these, good guy Japanese guys who work for TNA or on permanent TNA contracts. He's from Noah. These two are from New Japan. You got Tajiri and Yoshi Toitsu here. And they were like, we want to take the Bullet Club on. They get the opportunity and lose. Shibata 38, Kota Ibushi 47, Marufuji 50, Yoshi Tajiri 48, Tutsu 43, Tama Tonga 34, Kenny Omega 30, Battle of Farley 25, Matt and Nick Jackson both got a 50, Kenny Omega in performance, Nick Jackson in technical and performance, a 38D minus. Ouch. In about a decent wrestling, but enough. But Little Heat, Doc and Anderson defeat Killer Elite Squad in 10-12, and Kyle Anderson defeated Lance Hoyt by pin for the Anderson Spinebuster. Kyle Anderson 48, Doc Gallows 45, Lance Hoyt 47, Dave Boy Smith 48. No work rooms. These two are going to probably complain because they don't work well in a hardcore match. That's fine. In about decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Colt Cabana defeated Hernandez in 7:22 by pin with the Colt 45, Hernandez 54, Colt Cabana 47, a 52D plus. Beautiful. In about a good wrestling and good heat and decent wrestling, Mr. Anderson defeated Scott Steiner in 809 by putting the mic check. Mr. Anderson 53, Scott Steiner 52, 59C. In about a decent wrestling, below Juice from the Liger defeated Kevin Steen in 7:56 by pin with the Liger suplex. Kevin Steen 54, Juice from the Liger 61. That's a 62C. In about a decent wrestling, the Bromez defeated Red Dragon and the Briscoes in 13:90. In the order elimination was Red Dragon first and then the Briscoes. The Bromez make defense number 2 of their TNA World Tag Team titles. Kyle O'Reilly 46, Bobby Fish 47, Mark Briscoe 55, Jay Briscoe 59, Robbie E 41 and Jesse 32. No work on runes 54C minus. Beautiful. In about a great heat wrestling and good heat, Austin Aries defeated Bobby Roode in 9:40 by pin with a 450 splash. Austin Aries 75, Bobby Roode 72. No work appearance 64C. It's beautiful. In about a decent match from the crowd, but subpar wrestling, Gail Kim defeated Taryn Terrell in 11:55 by pin with a Hurricanrana. Gail Kim makes defense number 2 of her TNA Knockouts title. Taryn Terrell 30, Gail Kim 57. No work appearance 51D plus. In about a good wrestling and a decent match of the crowd, Rob Van Dam and Brother Devon defeated James Storm and John Henning in 8:28, when Rob Van Dam defeated James Storm by pin of the Van Terminator. Brother Devon 66, Rob Van Dam 77, John Henning 70, James Storm 66. Brother Devon in performance and Rob Van Dam in flying. 74B minus. Lovely. In a superb match, Abyss defeated Jeff Hardy in a tables and label in a Full Metal Mayhem match in 12:31 when Abyss retrieved the item with help from Paul Heyman. Abyss 72, Jeff Hardy 72, Taz and Tony Schiavone. Abyss in performance. So whoever wins tonight's main event will be facing Abyss in 1 month's time at Sacrifice. Nope, not a knockout, knockdown. Sacrifice. 59C. In about a great wrestling and a decent match from the crowd, Sting defeated Prince Devet in 8:11 by pinfall. Sting 76, Prince Devet 63. Sting in Rumble. Any appearance he's making now as a main event wrestler is improving his popularity, whether he wins or loses, so expect him to lose a few. 72B minus. In a good match, Brother Ray defeated Magnus in 12:48 by the bully cutter. Magnus 62, Brother Ray 72 with a brother cutter. 70C plus, not bad. In about that great wrestling and great heat and good wrestling, Chris Jericho defeated MVP in 15:26 by pinfall, the Codebreaker. MVP 63, Chris Jericho 77. This is Jericho's debut, and don't forget, this coming Thursday night on our next episode, which will be next week, he will be taking on AJ Styles live in the UK. 75B minus. Beautiful. And your main event of the night is AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. In about a great wrestling and good heat, Samoa Joe defeated AJ Styles in 25-25 by pinning the Super Muster Buster. Samoa Joe makes defense number 2 of his TNA World Heavyweight title. AJ Styles 83, Samoa Joe 69. AJ Styles in Rumble. This is what we need to do. Please be aware, and I'll show you Samoa Joe's popularity. That's where we end tonight's show, giving us a 70C plus. It's increased our popularity in 2 regions. So we're going to give it to AJ. We're going to give it to Chris Jericho. I'm also going to give it to Brother Devon, Brother Ray. Brother Ray. They're all going to be praised for their great performances tonight. I think this week's main event on TNA, even in the UK, is going to flip and blow the roof off the building. Right, I'm going to just show you what the issue was with the main event, and I did notice this would have been an issue. Well, it's the end of the month, so he's going to probably not respond. But this has been a great episode. I'm really enjoying this. We're going to have a quick look and see what's going on over in WWE as well while we're doing this. I knew there's going to be an issue with the main event. It wasn't the fact Joe can't wrestle. It's the fact that this company's rated more on popularity, and Joe isn't that popular. We'll get him over. He's getting more popular since we put the belt on him. So yeah, this is huge. So there we are, the best show last night, which is good. It's been drawing a lot of praise. The feedback's been great. Awesome. Let's go and have a quick look at some of our wrestlers. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. This is all I wanted to show you. If we have a look at Samoa Joe, you see like Shinsuke Nakamura is only a 28 popularity. Samoa Joe is only a 59 popularity. And this is why I've put the belt on him. He's a written wrestler. He's got the belt on him. So, but if you look at where we started, we've got to build him up. And that is the thing. This is what we're doing in the other shows, is we've got a great wrestler. Don't get me wrong, he's amazing in the ring. You just look at all that ring stuff he can do. He's brilliant in the ring. We've just got to get him more popular and over. And that is what we're going to be doing. A lot of people have left their companies. Some more of the women division is coming in. Of course, we've got Amazing Kong, Courtney Rush, Maria Kanellis and all that lot joining now. Which is bad for me because I think I've just messed up everything. And we've got too many women. What's this about? Davey Richards. What you done? Steroids. What's Cherry Bomb got? Steroid use as well. Why is it with wrestlers and steroids at the moment? Right, let's go and have a look at WWE. I'll do all those incidents in a bit. So Vince McMahon is the head booker and owner of the World Wrestling Federation. The Divas champion is still AJ Lee. She's had 2 defenses. The Intercontinental champion is Big E Langston. United States champion is Dean Ambrose. World champion is Daniel Bryan. And Jimmy and Jey Uso, the tag team champions. They've been doing some great shows. 85B pluses for SmackDown, A3 plus. Extreme Rules got an 86B plus when Daniel Bryan defeated Kane to retain the title in a 96 match. So yeah, WWE have been doing quite well. New Japan haven't even had a show yet because they haven't been touring. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for watching this episode, and we'll see you guys. I know that I keep changing series, but I had an idea. Ring of Honor wasn't working. TNA didn't work as I wanted it to. This one is working how I wanted to. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys again live right here for more TNA Wrestling in the next episode. Thanks for watching, guys.